Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is September 22nd, 2022. It is a Thursday. You know what that means. Monster Strike news. Let's get going. There's not too much today to talk about, but we have a lot of interesting stuff coming very soon that we want to keep an eye out for. So, we are going to, of course, have the debut of Zex here on the 23rd of September. That is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Japan time. If you want to take him on for the very first time live, make sure you plan for that accordingly. We also have the start of the Playback Gacha that will begin at noon Japan time on the 23rd of September. That is very, very soon. Be careful. And why I say be careful, because don't forget that 5 of the missions that you can get to be able to do the playback for this gacha, they expire at 3:59 a.m. the same day on the 23rd. That is even closer to right now, especially if you're watching this not live, like when I post it, which is really late for those of you in the States, right? There is about 8 hours, I think, by the time I'm recording this. So don't forget, you gotta finish it even before the gacha begins, right? Because 3:59 a.m. is when these quests expire. So be careful. Do not forget. You do not have that much time left. And of course, you may be aware that Pandemonium is active right now. You've got 5 different elements for the same exact quest, right? The structure is the same. It's just the elements are different. You can get 20 luck from each quest to be able to maximize. And hopefully you are taking advantage of the daily bonus drop for each element, or 2. Sometimes there are 2 elements featured to be able to max luck Pandemonium. It's an interesting quest. I've been doing quite well, I think. Haven't had too much trouble. I think Wood and Dark gave me a little trouble, but everything else is fairly reasonable. It's not a walk in the park. It is somewhat of a challenge, but it's also not impossible. So hopefully you're having a good time with that. We did get the announcement of a new Bakuzetsu quest. It is going to be Tempestoso. And Tempestoso is the wood element. And of course it is a Bakuzetsu quest. And it will be debuting on the 1st of October. It's a little bit away from... it's not next week. Actually, it is. Yeah. The 1st is Saturday? Yeah. Since there's only 30 days in September. So we can see that next Saturday. Oh, it says it on the screen. What am I doing? But of course it is a Bakuzetsu quest, so we get a Treasure 9 applicable to not Grandioso, it's Tempestoso, right? A little bit of a mouthful there. If you, of course, find the weak point 1 out of 9 spots, you will get all of the items on the left at once. And so hopefully luck is on your side to find it quickly. Now, of course, the introduction of a new Treasure 9 means the older one is going to go away. And the last appearance of Treasure 9 4, Largamente here, will be tonight, in fact. At 8 p.m. Japan time is the last opportunity you'll be able to get this Treasure 9 quest for Largamente. Okay, let's get into some meat here with 24.2. That version update is going to be coming on the 27th of September. There is a 5-hour planned maintenance from midnight to 5 a.m. Japan time, so keep that in mind. What are in this update? Well, one of the small things here is that you can now lock your room to only include friends. You can see that there will be a new option on the UI there that will allow you to say, if it's on, only friends can join my party here. And then you can freely turn it on and off while you are waiting in the lobby to be able to introduce other people who aren't actually your friends yet. That's a good way to prioritize friends first, and then any strangers afterwards can join in later. So, pretty cool update to see. We'll see how big of a difference this will make. You know, sometimes, like for example, I'm trying to farm with my tablet. I can make sure my tablet gets in first, and then once it's in, then I can turn off the friends only button there, and then anybody else can join in afterwards. So pretty cool. They also did announce the reset of these packs, and that means if you've purchased them already, you have the opportunity to purchase them again. I am not going to go into the details of these packs. We've done that on previous news, but if you are wondering what they are, feel free to leave a comment below and I can explain it to you in the comments below. One interesting to note is the bottom pack, which is, another one of those, beginner, support packs. You will be able to get 3 out of 10 of those transcended monsters on the right. Those are changed from the last pool that we got. This was the last time this was up. So it's a brand new pool of 10. You will be guaranteed to get 3 out of those 10, I believe, right? Yeah, 3 out of those 10 are guaranteed for you. So not too bad. Not too bad. But also, there's one more thing that I do want to warn everybody. The Apple, right? Not the Apple. Apple did announce that on October 5th in Japan that they will be raising the prices due to the, weak yen, strong dollar, right? I think, yeah. Right? A dollar is, you can buy more stuff in Japan with a dollar than you could before, right? They did announce that the prices would rise. For in-app purchases and stuff like that. So the question is are these app games going to follow suit and also increase their prices? I don't know the answer to that. Pure speculation from this, from my point of view. Obviously, I'm an Android user, also free to play, so it doesn't really affect me in the first place. But it is something that you may want to think about. So if you're on the fence, you may want to make a decision before October 5th Japan time when these changes might come into play. Now, it might be up to Monster Strike's discretion if they want to adjust things on their side. Obviously, that's not something they probably want to do just as the 9-year anniversary is kicking into play, right? I don't know. But it's something to keep in mind. That is a thing that is happening in Japan. You can look it up. Again, if you want more details, feel free to let me know. I'm not sure I'll be able to give you any non-Japanese resources, but it is something that I did see and is going around the talks, the news shows about the price increase. This is actually a slide that I have updated separately from the Discord channel or the Twitter account because it came in late. I was hoping to get the news post up earlier, but it just wasn't there yet. But this is one thing that I did see unique on the web page version of the changelogs for 24.2. Is that when you are playing co-op now, you will be able to have a option to show the Sling Order. Before, if you didn't have enough people to cover your full team, it would say 1P, 2P, 3P, and then 1P again, right? And let's say those two 1P characters were the same character. You actually wouldn't know who would be next, right? Maybe if you remembered where they were on the screen, you could do that. But if you weren't 100% keeping tabs on that, you might lose track of who's next. There will now be an option in the in-game menu, right? That blue button that you can click. When you click that, you go to the options screen, and that's what it looks like in Japanese. And then you can set this option, Shotto suru junban o hyoji. And if you look for that Japanese text, that will be the option that you can show it going in Sling Order rather than player identification. Don't worry, you will still be able to keep the same coloring for the particular characters. You can see that in the image there. Player 1 and 4 are owned, Sling Order number 1 and 4 are both owned by player 1, which is in red. So it's still going to be obvious which one is yours, but it'll be even better to see the order is active or not. And this is also applicable when in solo, and if you get switched into solo play mode, you got disconnected or you disconnected people. Bad. The Transcension Kai for this week is going to be Succubus. I know a particular famous person on the news streams or X-Flag Abe Mikako, right? She loves Succubus, so I'm sure she is super happy. Super null damage wall, flight, shield breaker, and on the gauge we have Soul Steel M. The connect skill is super null gravity bear, and you also have Demi-Hume and Samurai Slayer M on the connect skill. The requirement here is you need 2 or more different types than yourself, which is a blast, so 2 non-blast monsters, or you get 2 or more different classes than herself. I can't recall what class she is off the top of my head. I would guess demon, but I'm not 100% sure. The strike shot 8+8, and this is a tweak from the original strike shot. She is now able to go through walls, go out the opposite side, but she will still do a bash to the very first monster she hits. It's a bash and a kick, so you will get some static damage out of that, which is always nice to see. Her bump combo includes a light super exploding spread bullet and a dark high cross stinger. So not bad, not bad. Looking forward to see where she can shine. And then for our Transcension, we have Vize in the fire element. Vize is a bounce balance type, and she has super null damage wall, Minesweeper M, Genju, which is a Therian, Slayer M. She also has on her, was it on the gauge? That might be wrong. I will check real quick with my screenshot here. Yeah, that should not be on the gauge, so that is wrong. So sorry for that. The Slayer is not on the gauge. Null Transport Wall and Inner Strength are on the gauge. So the last 2 are on the gauge, but the Slayer is not. It is on the main. Strike Shot is an 8+8. Turn to Pierce, she will get a speed and power up, and all of the items that are visible on the stage will increase in rank by 1. I do believe if there's no items at all, 1 will summon on the screen. Bump combo is a fire all enemy pierce lock on shockwave 3, and we also have a Chositsu poison spread 16. Obviously the triple Slayer she has is gonna come in handy. I'm sure it's a very, I mean, Ethereum and Beast, you see them everywhere, right? So pretty set we'll see her somewhere in the future because of that null transfer wall she has on the gauge. She'll definitely shine somewhere in the future. Maybe not right now, but soon. And let's talk the 9th anniversary of Monster Strike. That will be coming very, very soon. So we are going to kick off this campaign called Cho Kankan Ikoze. Super, and then Kankan is the sound, you make out of bouncing, right? That's the onomatopoeia for that. And Ikoze is, let's go. So let's see what we've got. We've got, oh, sorry, I am not changing the right screen, am I? There we go. Sorry, here is the screen for the 9-year anniversary. And here is our 9-year anniversary special monster that we'll be farming. It is Kyuuto. Yes, it's cute, and it is a play, of course, on the number 9, which is Q in Japanese. She will be the monster that you will be farming for the 9th year anniversary. Her quest will be showing up on a schedule. It won't be up all the time, but starting October 1st noon Japan time until October 10th 11:59. Careful about that timing. You don't get a full Monster Strike day to farm her, so that is something you want to keep in mind. You will want to make sure you take her on respectively when she joins in. Now, anniversary means event. We've got Monst Freak 2022 that will be taking place over 3 days, starting September 30th. Lasting until October 2nd. That is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Japan. This is an online event, so we will be watching this on their YouTube channel like everybody else in Japan. The links are actually already available on the official site. If I don't forget, I might put them in the comments, not the description area, so that you can set a reminder for when it starts. When does it start though? That's a good question. Well, actually, next slide will cover that. But the events here is we've got, a nice fun event with Touch, Gorgeous, some of the M4 members. Really good to see. Shiro's also there. And we also get like a history lesson on how the castle came to be. So we'll get some lore, we'll get some, behind the scenes strategy. Really, those kind of things are really cool to see. But the image on the left is the thing you want to take a look at. There's going to be 2 days of Monster Strike news. On day 2 and day 3, we will be getting Monster Strike news on each of those days. So, sounds like a lot of fun. We'll see what they have in store for us. Is there any significance to having 2 news days? I don't know, but we'll see next week. That is insanely quick. Now, when will the streams be starting? They will actually be starting at completely different times. On the 30th, which is a Friday in Japan. Well, no, the 30th is always a Friday wherever you are. That'll start at 6 p.m. Obviously, it's a weekday, so you're going to make sure that the people can, finish their school, finish most of their work. Hopefully, they're not slaving away that late on a Friday night. But we will get some events there on Friday. First day will not have any news. Now, in the red is day 2, October 1st. That's a Saturday. 2 p.m. Japan time is when it will start. So it'll be late in the night on Friday night for us in the States. For example, actually not that late, I think, right? I don't know. But it will be fun to start, seeing the events. Right now the schedule is pretty empty. We'll see what they fill it in with. I think they'll be doing it little by little throughout the week. But at the end of that, we will be having Monster Strike news. Day 3, we will do it again at 3:30 p.m. Japan time. Start that, and it'll go until the end of the day, where we'll get a second edition of Monster Strike news. Woo! I mean, I will probably set up a live event unless I'm doing something on that weekend, because this is pretty last notice. I don't remember if I have anything scheduled on my calendar, to be honest. I mean, not that I usually do anything, but it seems like whenever we have these kind of events, I do end up having something scheduled during that. So, okay, looks like it's pretty free, so I think we're good. So I'll probably have a live stream. We'll watch it together. Certainly, we'll be watching the news live on my stream. So if you are able to stay up that late, join me and we can enjoy that news together. Like I said, news will be on 2 separate occasions. The 1st of October, the 2nd October. We will have a lot of fun with that. There's no news at the usual time next week because that's the same week as Monst Freak. So you'll just have to wait a few extra days for the weekend to get this big version of Monster Strike news. And what could it be? Honestly, red and blue. I mean, I watched Shiro's analysis of this, and he threw something ridiculous at the end that this could be Pokemon. I can't see that being a reality. I mean, sure, Monster Strike has done some crazy things already. We thought JoJo was impossible. We thought One Piece was impossible. Both of them happened. But Pokemon, I don't think so. But, never say never. Who knows what could happen. But, 2 news. We will see. Before we end the day, we of course have the next week's Lucky Monsters. We have, I still think I'm going to be in the gutter in terms of having any max luck monsters. I've been at 0 or 1, I think, for the last few sessions for a while. It's been kind of sad. So hopefully we'll get some good ones coming soon, because usually when these events turn around, the older events, kind of cycle in, I think. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. Obviously, we have a nice big update coming. We've got Monst Freak coming next week. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. We're going to keep our eyes on Monster Strike news. Which monsters are going to get Transcensions? Which monsters are going to get Transcension Kais? Are they going to announce... No, they're going to announce a collab. Is it going to be huge? Is it going to be a repeat? Is it going to be something out of left field? Who knows? But hopefully you will be joining me live. I know it's super late for those of you in the States, but if you're in a different time zone and it's more realistic for you, join me. We'll have a lot of fun. I will be translating things live for you. It is a fun event. So, yeah. that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them for you. And like, subscribe, comment, Monst on Twitter, Discord. You know the drill. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye bye.